The mother will not be charged. She handcuffed and confined her son to a tiny room for weeks, his punishment for shoplifting. But today, the Berrien County prosecutor decided not to take mom to court, and that decision is generating some controversy. Tonight, 24-hour News 8's Mark Thompson talked with the prosecutor and asked him why he made that decision.
Police here in Berrien Springs were the first to respond to the house after that 16-year-old boy contacted them through the internet because he did not have access to a phone. The prosecutor says that this was a tough decision and that the mother was wrong for handcuffing the boy. But after talking with all of the parties involved, he decided that criminal prosecution was not the way to go in this case.
Handcuffing your child is never appropriate, and they recognize that they went overboard.
Berrien County Prosecutor Arthur Cotter admits that handcuffing the teen to a chair by day and desk at night rises to the level of a one-year misdemeanor, fourth-degree child abuse. But after interviewing the parents and the teen involved, he believes the family will be better served in counseling instead of the criminal justice system.
I think at this point, criminal prosecution would be really detrimental to the ultimate goal of reuniting this family.
The 16-year-old had been in trouble before while living in Colorado. He was arrested here for shoplifting on the 17th of January. His grades were dropping and his mother pulled him out of Berrien Springs Public School. As punishment, he was confined to his room for a period of about 3 weeks. In the third week, he had threatened to run away, and that's when the handcuffs came into play. He had access to food and water and was let out from time to time to do chores.
They had a genuine concern.
But the prosecutor says weighing safety was the hardest part of this decision. The Callista Springer case came to mind. Back in 2008, the 16-year-old girl was chained to her bed when her Centerville home caught on fire. Springer died, and her parents were sentenced to up to 50 years in prison. In this case, however, the prosecutor didn't believe that there was a risk of harm during the day, as the young man could walk around and even leave the house if he was willing to lug the chair around. But at night, cuffed to an immovable desk, it would be up to the boy's mother to save him in an emergency.
You know, you never know in a fire. She may have been overcome herself or unable to do that, and because he was handcuffed, it did pose an unreasonable risk.
But again, in his mind, the prosecutor said the risk of safety did not warrant charges in this case, and because there are few guidelines when it comes to confinement cases, each of these cases is handled on an individual basis. The teen and his younger sister are both in the custody of the Department of Human Services, and this case is right now in the hands of family court. The father is still in Colorado, by the way, and the family will have to undergo counseling before those kids can be reunited with the parents. In Berrien Springs, Mark Thompson, 24-hour News 8.